Hi, welcome to day 2 of your 7-day property preservation success kit. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed day 1 and was able to get some insight into the foreclosure cleaning industry. Now, before I get started today, I want to make sure that I preface that I have a lot of information to cover in a short amount of time. So if there's something that you would like for me to go back into more depth with, definitely leave a comment below and I will do my best to make sure that I create a video or answer your question. My name is Carolette Wright. I am a foreclosure cleaning consultant and the owner of Mahaka Property Preservation Services. On yesterday, we talked about a lot of things that were foundational in getting your business started. One of those was a die-hard determination. You have got to be determined that no matter what, you're going to learn the skill set that you need to be the best business owner in your industry. You have to have an awesome work ethic. The way you start is so important in this industry, so making sure that your work ethic is stellar is definitely a key. You have to have ingenuity. Being creative in this industry means that you will solve problems and that you will get it done no matter what it takes. And have a consistency. And what I mean is follow through and follow up. Make a name for yourself and make sure that you deliver results. We also talked about yesterday the different clients you will be working with. And just to give you a real quick idea, you will definitely work with property preservation companies, bank and REO departments, asset management companies. There are some real estate agents that are potential clients, contractors, property managers, property investors, real estate management companies, mortgage field service companies, private mortgage service companies, housing and urban development, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, field service companies, and the VA. This is a short list of some companies that are potential clients for your business. The number one hitter that you will definitely have starting out will be the property preservation companies. And we will go into how you will target them in these modules. So, your services. We also went over a brief overview of what services you would offer, and I also asked that you complete your action plan and getting 3 services that you will want to start with and 3 you would want to add over the next 3 to 6 months. So really quick, some highlighted ones were debris removal, grass cuts, and painting. This is a very short list and there are a lot more, but definitely if you have not got a chance, go back to day 1 and review that list of services you can offer in your business. And we also discussed your pay yesterday, and I told you to go ahead and go to the HUD cost schedules, and that'll give you a really good idea of the starting point in the property preservation industry. Alright, so here's your agenda for today. We're going to talk about your business plan, some things you will be asked to show when you solicit other property preservation companies, the things you may want to get to help you build more business, and the things you would want to get to help you build more clientele, what it means to create a professional image, if you should create a website, and how you should be organized in your filing system. So let's get started. So the first thing is, do you need a business plan? And this is something that a lot of new business owners struggle with because it is so labor intensive and confusing and convoluted on how to actually develop a plan. Let me say this, if you want to be organized and systematic, then you have to create a business plan. That does not mean it has to be a 20-page report. You could do a simple business plan on 1 page. The goal is that you have your vision and that it is plain and that it is written down. So if it's not written down, then there's nothing to measure against. So you want to have a business plan to help you meet your goals and set a vision. As you go through that business plan, just remember, keep it simple. You want to describe your business, Give an objective of your business, and then the goal is what are you reaching toward in your business. And then you want to also make sure you have a timeline of how soon you want to have those tasks complete. And then what are some things you want to do in your marketing efforts. So here's an example of an objective you may want to set in your business plan. You may want to say you want to start a foreclosure cleaning business to service 5 of the surrounding companies in your state to help improve market conditions. That'll be an objective that you have. It's something that you're looking to obtain. Another example is to deliver above average results in the property preservation industry by being a low-cost, results-driven business in the local area. And what that means is that you want to make sure you are meeting above the par. You want to make sure that your services are above average. And you also want to make sure that you are doing the jobs at a low cost, which means you increase your profit. So if you have a property that's paying you $400, you want to try to get it done in as least of cost as possible for your business to be profitable. Because if you're not making money in your business, that means you're doing charity work. And if you go into business, you're not necessarily in it for charity, but to make a profit. And that profit means you're trying to drive results. You're trying to drive results to be a name in your industry. Drive results, which means you're trying to get the properties back on the market in your area to improve market conditions. When you make your business plan, you want to also make sure outside of the objective that you set or you create, that you set goals and a timeline. So when you create a goal, it needs to be measurable. It needs to be something that you can measure how well you completed that task. And you also want to have a timeline. You want to have a deadline of when you want to have that task complete by. So if your first goal is to complete your business plan by a certain date, then you would say, complete my business plan by, for example, August 29th, 2011. Another goal you may have is you may want to register your business, which is a measurable goal, which is completing a task by a certain date. You want to have a filing system in place by a certain date. Add X number of companies to your business by a certain date. And then maybe add another set of business or companies by another date. And then another goal with the timeline would be connect with 3 property preservation businesses in your area by a date. So I hope you get the idea. The goal is to set an objective that has a quantity or is measurable and attach a date. That way you can compare how well you did. Now, one thing that I've noticed that a lot of new business owners do is they set their goal too high. So for example, they may say, I want to make $20,000 in 6 months, that's okay, but you have to start out small and it has to be attainable or you will become frustrated and you will begin to lose hope and you will begin to lose momentum. Start out small, which is why I said add 1 company to my business by October 1st, 2011. Adding 1 company to your business is much more attainable than trying to create $20,000 in a month and a half. Another thing is once you reach that goal, then you bump it up a notch. Once you could get 1 company to your business by the date, then you say, okay, now let's add 2 or 3 more companies to my business by December 31st. So you